Kenyatta made a statement in the funeral of their relative, and in this statement, one thing that caught people's attention is the fact that he encouraged the youths of this country to continue with what they are doing, pushing for proper governance, fighting for their rights, and many other things that we have been doing. So Uhuru Kenyatta did that. Some saw it was sarcastic, some saw that it was pretending, but now it's very clear that he was serious. Even told Ngina, his daughter, join the rest of your agencies and agitate for good things in this country. That is really good. If Uhuru Kenyatta associates with themselves with the Gen Zs, that is really nice. And there are a few things I was able to borrow from this kind of a statement. The first thing is that Matiang'i is coming on board to vie for presidency. That is the thing I was waiting for. Why am I saying Matiang'i? Because Uhuru Kenyatta, the statement he made, it's against William Ruto's wishes. And that means then they didn't have a discussion on 2027. Therefore, let's wait Matiang'i, Joe Musheru combination in 2027. That's the likely thing that is going to happen come 2027. These are close allies of Uhuru Kenyatta, and if Uhuru Kenyatta supports them, and we get Rigathi Gachagua destabilized, and also we get the mountain listening to him, 2027 Matiang'i is going. Matiang'i is taking it home. If Uhuru Kenyatta associates himself with the Gen Zs, then the Gen Zs politely accept him, despite his weaknesses, or the youth of this country accept his support. That is it. So one thing I learned from there, it is that Matiang'i is likely to come in 2027 with Uhuru support. And that is how Matiang'i is going to make to presidency in this country. And that's how he poses a threat to William Ruto as we speak today. Therefore, in the discussions they had at Ishaweri, they didn't have a discussion to do it with the 2027. So even the nomination of the three members of Uhuru Kenyatta who were allies, the fact remains that Uhuru Kenyatta did not tell him the people to select. That is why even we had information that Uhuru Kenyatta has already suggested Mutahi Kagwe. That was the National Intelligence Service tried to brand Uhuru Kenyatta in another way. So, in a nutshell, it was basically meant to bring this perception that Uhuru Kenyatta has joined William Ruto. William Ruto went ahead to confirm the rumors by bringing on Mutahi Kagwe, but now not to the health, but to the agriculture. So probably if these people succeed in Kenyatta in William Ruto's government, it's okay. But the fact remains, it's not Uhuru Kenyatta who gave him these guys. It's William Ruto identified the people from that place, from Uhuru Kenyatta's camp to join him. The other thing, it's the same thing they're saying he did with Raila Amolo Odinga. He picked the ODM leaders. Now, there's one thing is common between William Ruto's nomination of Raila Amolo Odinga, men, and also nomination of Uhuru Kenyatta's men. The two groups have the potential presidential and deputy presidents in this country. Look at Oparanya and Joho, possible ticket in 2027. Look at Mutahi Kagwe and also Lee Kinyanjui, possible running mates for Matiang'i in 2027. So taking them, it was simply to curb any other thing that is going maybe probably to prevent him from winning the city in 2027. But now, William Ruto did not remember the gentleman called Joe Musheru. And probably Joe Musheru was the guy whom William Ruto forgot seriously. A man that is very smart and probably is coming in 2027 to go with Matiang'i for the presidency. That is now why we are saying that Matiang'i is now going to win this thing. And that is a big lesson I learned from Uhuru Kenyatta's camp, that Matiang'i is on track. Uhuru Kenyatta is on track and Matiang'i is coming back with a bag in this year going forward. UPA is already being prepared, and probably Jubilee as well can be able also to give Matiang'i the ticket for 2027. I don't know what is your take, you guys, but let me see it on the comment section. Now, however, another thing that I learned from the statement that Uhuru Kenyatta made, it is that Uhuru Kenyatta is still a big threat to William Ruto. We saw how Aden Duale came on speaking about Uhuru Kenyatta's sentiments. He said it is irresponsible for president to say such a thing and support anarchy, which is not anarchy indeed. You just need accountability. So it's very clear as we speak today. William Ruto, as we speak, he has to strategize on how to get to Uhuru Kenyatta. He needs to reach Uhuru Kenyatta, share again, because 2027, if Uhuru Kenyatta says Matiang'i tosha, and then Raila says Ruto tosha, it's very clear that Uhuru will win because he has numbers, while Raila Amolo Odinga has the voice but does not have the numbers. Very clear. Then we take the battle to Mount Kenya, to Western Kenya, and the coast region. Then Balala comes on board. I mean, it's done and dusted. So William Ruto has to prepare himself well to face Uhuru Kenyatta's team in 2027. Jeremiah Kioni recently said that the presidential candidate is going to be from Jubilee, and this candidate is not going to be from the mountain. Who else? Kalonzo has Wiper. Matiang'i has no party. Wiper is small. So probably it is going to be Jubilee Party that's going to produce Matiang'i as a presidential candidate. But however, as we ever had a party that produces a president twice in Kenya? In the history of Kenya, no. So probably a coalition will come on board, or maybe another new party, but the fact remains now, I can be almost 90% confident that Matiang'i has a chance to win the presidency in this country if he's supported by Uhuru Kenyatta. The sentiments that Uhuru Kenyatta made are so strong that I feel strong that's a proper indication for this country. Because if all big leaders join William Ruto, then William Ruto can change the constitution, even go for the 24 years that we've been talking about. Actually, one guy said 25. So therefore, it is not going to be business as usual. William Ruto has to re-strategize well, and ensure that he has the right people on board who are going to counter Matiang'i and of course Uhuru Kenyatta and his men. Raila Amolo Odinga also now has to get back and ensure William Ruto has performed well, because if he doesn't perform well, it is done. There's an indication I saw from Kisii County, Nyamira County, where a man called Timothy Bosire, a former gubernatorial aspirant of Nyamira County, was appointed to head the NTSA board, but he refused. He turned down William Ruto's offer. I saw Osoro abuse him online. I'm going to talk about that in another video. But that's an indication that people are getting tired of Raila Amolo Odinga, because this is a close ally of Raila Amolo Odinga. If he turns down the job by William Ruto, it means clearly that in 2027, Raila Amolo Odinga is going to lose more support in Kisii, where he expected to hand over to William Ruto. Now things are turning worse. I also have heard a certain statement by, of course, one Simbarati saying that seats were given, were not considered. So we need to have proper conversations. That's an indication that even Kisii County and Nyamira now are combining efforts to ensure that they have moved away from William Ruto Raila Amolo Odinga come 2027. Either they join Ruto or they go to Uhuru Kenyatta side. And that is the most likely thing. Now, it's very clear that now people are coming together in numbers to prepare themselves for the 2027 presidential seat election. William Ruto then has the big chance to win because he has the government, but he has the biggest chance to lose because he doesn't have the people. I don't know, guys, what you think about the coming election in 2027. Now, another thing I want to talk about here is that it is very clear now. If William Ruto will not give Raila Amolo Odinga the deputy presidency, he's going to be dumped by Raila Amolo Odinga. And if he's dumped by Raila Amolo Odinga, because, one thing he has to remember is that when Raila Amolo Odinga said, let's support Ruto, all the Raila Amolo Odinga team shifted. If Raila Amolo Odinga wakes up in the morning and says, let's support this person, the entire team will again shift. So that's not a team you can rely on. Get back on track, work for the people of Kenya, and have Mount Kenya. That's the only way you can win 2027. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mogwa.